Welcome to Centennial Bank Stadium in Jonesboro, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, squaring off with another Sun Belt foe, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, and the Red Wolves will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Troy Trojans offense will get the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. On the run, it's Wallace. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Brings up second down.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Wallace. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Troy! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas State's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Worley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
To throw, it's Lacey. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
The Red Wolves line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Catch in the middle, it's Harrell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Red Wolves want to crank the tempo. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Lacey. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. Creates a little room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harrell. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going.